I would think that it's informative to notice a couple of things. First of all, your defense when you're wearing the 4-ounce gloves is markedly different. So for example, this is my defensive posture, right? So I've got my elbow, I'm guarding my liver with my right hand. So I'm guarding against a liver punch. I'm also guarding my chin, and I'm also guarding my face, right? Okay, that's my guard. Let's put on some 16-ounce gloves and let's see the difference. Now, look at my defensive posture now. My entire chin, my entire face is protected. With those 4-ounce gloves, I've got 1/4, 25% of my protective area. Boxers can actually hide behind their gloves. Mixed martial artists can't. I can slip right through a punch with the 4-ounce gloves, but here I actually, if things aren't going well for me, I can actually, if somebody's wailing on me, I can actually just tuck my left and right hands over my face and maintain a defensive posture. And then Joe, to your point, when you're throwing punches, I mean, these things are, I've got 1 pound on each hand. So when I'm training, the great thing about these is that with the 4-ounce gloves, I'm exposed, even if I wrap my wrists, and I'll show you my wrapping after I take these gloves off. When I'm actually hitting a heavy bag, these are allowing these are really protecting the knuckles and the wrists from the actual pounding and the stress of the result of striking. So when I'm doing my routine, I'm throwing my hooks and my jabs, and these are actually protecting my hands and my wrists from the concussive patterns and routines of the strikes. Whereas, I put on a 4-ounce glove that I'll do, and I think that the comparison will be informative. I've got this 4-ounce glove versus a 16-ounce glove. You can see two things. My protection is minimal here to protect the entire face. Here, very little. Here, my hand speed is obviously much faster. The striking force is actually much more impressive, but at the same time, the wear and tear on the wrists is significant. One of the things that fighters do to protect themselves is they use wraps. And this is actually a cotton wrap. This is a roll. And what they do is they...
Oh, you meant that kind. I thought you meant like when all else fails, you have a rap battle.
No, those are important battles as well. But in any case, what fighters do is they wrap their wrists with this cotton wrap, and they create a pattern. It goes around the fist, it goes around the wrist. It also absorbs sweat, keeps your gloves clean, because you can wash these, you can't wash your gloves. You rest your rib, and what this is doing is basically, if you've ever broken your arm, like I have, unfortunately, when you break your arm, they put on a cast, and basically what this does is this is protecting the wrist, and this really reinforces the wrist. Some people have different philosophies. They say don't use wraps, your wrist will be weak. But actually, I believe the opposite. I think you can train more by having wraps, and you can put a wrap on and then put on a 4-ounce glove like this. And then you can also put a wrap on, and you can also put it under 16-ounce glove. And again, it does two things. It protects the wrist, and it actually absorbs the sweat and keeps your glove a little bit cleaner than it otherwise might be.
Like you were saying earlier, like boxing is mostly it's slipping and ducking. Like I've heard you say in the past that most fights are ended in about 2 hits.
Absolutely. So yeah, especially in mixed and MMA, if it's not going to be a grappling game, if you're not going to win a choke, or if you're not going to win in a leg lock or a heel hook or an arm bar, it's going to be through a strike. And so the force that you're going to basically communicate with your fist in a 4-ounce glove is going to be markedly more powerful than one that you would communicate using a 16-ounce glove, because this is going to have a lot more. This is going to have a lot more concussive result than the 16 ounce. Your primary techniques in boxing, let's see if we can get up here. So your stance is obviously you're guarding your chin with your right. I'm a traditional, so southpaw would be the opposite. So you're guarding your chin with your right, and you have your jab, you have your straight, you have your counterpoint. You've got your hooks, right? A hook is when you're hooking around. There's a left hook, right? This is a right hook. Then you got your uppercut, you've got your side, and then in MMA, you've got your elbows, right? You've got your elbows, and then you got your combos. So I can go jab up, I can go jab, hook, hook. I can do uppercut, hook, hook. I can go uppercut, jab. I can go uppercut, hook, hook. I can go uppercut, elbow. I can go hook, elbow. I can go hook, elbow, uppercut, straight, straight, straight. The whole point is, and then you have your slips. What are your slips? A slip is when you're slipping away. Somebody's going to punch, you're going to slip. So this is my right slip. This is my left slip. And I'm also using my legs. I'm lowering myself. I'm trying to get my opponent off. So I can lure my opponent. I can slip to the left, and then I can actually use left hook. I can slip to the right, left, slip to the right. The whole point is that I'm luring, moving away. And then I'm also, as I'm doing my routine, I'm trying to get you to position yourself in the wrong, it's like basketball, right? So in basketball, I'm trying to move one way and shoot another way. So I might slip to the right, then slip to the left, and then throw a punch, right? Slip to the right, throw a punch. That's the concept of boxing. Actually has a lot in common with a lot of other sports because it's about balance, right? So if you think about ballet, for example, think about football. One of the greatest wide receivers in football, Walter Payton, he practiced ballet. Why did he practice ballet? Because he had to basically dance on his feet to catch something at the last moment, extending the last inches of his hand to catch a ball before he went out of bounds. And similarly, in boxing, as within basketball, you're basically trying to maximize the extension of your reach in order to get around and then connect. And so it's about anticipation, awareness of one's extremities.